guys, we got another video here. This one is Ashley Janae paid for the whole trip. This is a little update. I think this was mentioned before a little bit, but let's check it out.
What was the point of you divesting if you were going to go get with Brad or William Cartwright and still pay for the lifestyle?
Did you hear about how this perfect couple influencer revealed that she's the one paying the bills in the relationship?
Let's not pretend that I'm the one that paid the down deposit on our house. Let's not pretend that I'm not the one that paid for the Range Rover. Let's not pretend that I'm the one that paid for this whole life that we live. Let's not pretend that. Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend. Oh, okay. Let's not pretend. Let's just be very, very real. You told me to put it on live, so I put it on live. So, and then you want to start talking about a glass of wine, and then you want to start saying, oh, are you not going to talk? After I was just sitting here silent before we even got on live. I've been not talking. I've been not talking. I've been not talking.
Bitch, shut up.
Yo, I know about this chick. I remember when they went viral for this actual video. This is a swirler couple. The black wife, I think she had a couple kids by a black man previously, and then she got with this guy, and they have a kid now, a fresh kid. And apparently, you know, she made this big thing about, you know, getting with a white zaddy and being taken care of. But then I guess she got drunk, some stuff went down, and she started spewing, you know, all this stuff. So basically kind of exposing this guy for not really having the money like she was usually saying, right? So she's talking about all the stuff she paid for. And peep the attitude, because I want to lead into this a little bit later, but the way she's talking to this guy, and it has a kind of parallel to the Ashley Janae kind of case, you know, what I think could have transpired or what caused her demise. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of black women, you know, they're not afraid to talk greasy. They're not afraid to call you out of your name, to expose you, just to talk trash to you, right?
Rock-a-blah, baby.
We black men have all probably experienced this at one time or another, right? And I personally think that, you know, Ashley got mad about something, okay? And she started going off. And as a result of that, you know, he got upset, he snapped, he did something to her. Now, I'm going to say this right now. I don't know what happened that night. Nobody technically knows what happened that night. But if we had to put money on it, I think most of us are leaning towards, okay, she got unalived by this guy, right? And by this guy, Joe. So bringing this back and I see this, it's making me kind of feel like, man, the way she's talking to this dude, as big as this guy is, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if a year from now, 2 years from now, we get, you know, something, a report that something happened to her at the hands of this guy because he just couldn't take it anymore, right? And I feel like the guy Joe, he wanted the body, he wanted the box of Ashley, but he didn't want the mouth. He didn't want the attitude. He didn't want that, all the stuff that came with that. Because even me as a black man watching some of these women talk and speak, they speak like men. A lot of them speak like, you know, they're men and not women, right? The way that they talk, the way that their demeanor, you know, and it's a turnoff for me and a lot of men. But Caucasian men especially, they're not used to that, right? They're not used to that type of, you know, lip talk back or whatever. I'm not sitting here saying before anybody gets in the comments, because they already done it, oh, you wanted her to die, but no, I never said she deserved to die. I never said that ever, right? And never will say that about anybody, especially when it comes to something like this. Nobody deserves that. But I'm just saying that when things happen, when you push something or when something is said or done, you can't control the kickback. You can't control how somebody's going to react, whatever it may be.
So what are you talking about? Oh, okay.
So I don't know how many of y'all remember her, but that, ladies and gentlemen, is the notorious Queen of Kings. Now, many of y'all that don't know about her, She was a big deal a couple of years ago. Everybody was doing hit pieces on her simply because this was a woman that was a swirler, divester, whatever you want to call it. But she created an entire lifestyle brand on social media that centered around the idea of swirling. Now, one of the reasons why she caught a lot of people's attention is because she went on entire campaigns to prove that she had the perfect relationship, where she had been rescued by her knight in shining armor who came in and did all of the things that black men wouldn't do. And
Facts.
yes, she spent a lot of time disparaging black men every chance she got.
Facts.
The only problem was, as much as she was portraying this lifestyle, you know, of going on these lavish trips, and every time they turn the camera on, they're all smiles and everybody's just happy and all of these different things, we found out that it was all a crock of shit. Simply because one day she decided to get drunk and went live and got into an argument with her William Cartwright and decided to air him out in front of the whole world. And basically say that, look, don't try to get up here and flex and front like you the man, because I'm paying for everything. I'm paying for the whole lifestyle.
Listen, if I'm her and I peep that's what's going on here with this, I'm just saying it's human nature to think that, ooh, you know, I may want to slow my roll on how I speak to him because he might handle me. And not the way that she may have been thinking. That's all I'm saying. You just got to be very, very careful nowadays in these relationships, all relationships. Okay, I'm not just saying their relationship, all relationships, especially with women and men. And that's why I really don't like when women talk outside of on the side of their neck, out the side of the neck, to men, period. Because you don't know what that person is going through. You don't know what might happen, what you might trigger. It's just a respect thing, really. If you go through your life trying to respect most people, you know, you should be cool. But we all know that how life goes. Sometimes that doesn't even work. You could be the best person, never disrespect anybody, and still lose your life over anything, nothing, right?
Now, the interesting thing about this is I find it ironic that even when they are in a relationship with a non-black man, they're still giving the non-black man the same treatment that they give the brothers. Because when I was listening to her go in on him, I didn't hear anything different.
Yeah.
So at some point, we got to start realizing maybe it's not the men. Maybe it's you.
Horrible bitches make horrible decisions.
Yeah.
Maybe you're the one with the problem. Maybe you have control issues. Maybe you like dominating men, right? But that's a whole video for another time, right? But at the end of the day, this entire concept of swirling or divesting, it's supposed to be about them getting the soft life. You know, I'm not going to make the connection there. All I'm going to say is that's nasty work. And I could do a whole series about why that's problematic, right? Not them getting in the relationship with the white guy, but the reason they're getting into the relationship with the white guy and what their expectations are of him. You feel what I'm saying? But the entire point is to be in the soft life means that you are no longer your own provider, right? These women are expecting to get with men that will be their providers. Men will take care of everything. But what we keep seeing over and over again is these women, these sisters being exposed for providing for the guy that's supposed to be the provider, right?
Show me the money.
And when you think about it in those terms, it's like, then why were you even complaining about Tyrone?
I mean, social media is full of these games. People play them all the time, guys. Okay, what you see on the screen is not what you see when the cameras are off. I keep telling people this. All these women on here talking about you'll be fine alone, I don't need men. It's a lie. Okay, they're lies. All right, I don't care what they say on screen. And notice how every time you see these women on screen, they got cake on their face. I mean, and not just a little bit of makeup. I mean, pounds of makeup on their face. So you mean to tell me every time I see you on screen, you're always done up? It's an act. It's a production is what it is. That's all. You just got to read between the lines, guys. I mean, the answers are all there laid out for you. You just have to take a little time, really pay attention, and you will find out really quick what's really going on for the most part.
If Tyrone wasn't a provider, if Tyrone wasn't taking care of everything, and you're mad because you had to pay all of the bills and you had to pay, you know, for the whole lifestyle, what was the point of you divesting if you were gonna go get with Brad or William Cartwright and still pay for the lifestyle? Like, so it's becoming a point of contention where it's like, no, your issue isn't with the lack of a provider. It's something else.
Bad men, bad people come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. Okay? Just because you stop dating black men and you take on a white man or a Mexican or whatever you take on, right, doesn't mean that it's going to be better. It doesn't. As the case presents itself, I mean, you saw it in live and living color with Ashlee and her situation, right? She really thought that her life was going to be better because what she saw with her mother, what her mother was doing, and she thought that she could get that same life, right? And she thought the key to doing that would be to marrying a white man. I don't care how he looks. He could be scuffed up, tore out the frame. Let's keep it real. This white guy, that had a dad bod. He was bald. You know what I mean? If he tried to grow his hair out, he would probably be bald. And this guy was in his 40s. Let's just keep it real with each other, guys. Okay? She was in love with the idea, not the man.
He's right, you know.
And as a result of that, she's no longer here.
It's something else. And you know, I don't even want to go into all of that, but we see this same thing happening with Ashley Janae. That's right. It just came out that Ashley Janae actually paid for the trip that they went on, the trip where she lost her life.
Y'all, this is the bombshell for you. So Joe McCain, ex-wife, has come forward and said that Joe is not the wealthy person that he has been portraying himself to be this entire time. She said that Joe is actually broken and a crack smoker, and he has just pretended to be this person. And she also speculated that it was Ashlee who funded the entire trip, y'all.
Got him! Got him!
Oh my God. Anyhow, which explains why he did not offer any financial means to the family, and which is why they had to raise money through the GoFundMe page, because he is broke and he couldn't offer them anything because he had nothing to offer. Also, the family finally has gotten enough money to go to Zanzibar and do their own investigation to look into these allegations or these claims that Joe McCain's wife dropped. Y'all.
So first, let me start by saying I'm not surprised. If she fully funded that trip, it would not shock me in the least.
And the reason why I think that, you know, is believable is because, guys, I just said it was a production. Think about it. Look at the videos. If you go back, they had a literal lion walking through there. All this stuff was straight up staged. Perfectly, right? When you're an influencer like that, you have a certain temperament about you. You want to be seen in a certain way, in a certain light, right? But the thing is, the longer you're on, cracks are exposed, things start to seep out, like how she, you know, thought about black men, how she carried herself, even her demeanor and the way she talked, right? And the way she carried herself, the people she hung out with. I did a video not too long ago with her friend, one of her friends going out. It looks like she was just, she was picking up pieces, trying to get some exposure. You know, she didn't strike me as a real friend, but her mouth was ridiculous. Okay, go back and watch the video. She was talking all kinds of crazy. And like I said, a lot of people say birds of a feather flock together. You know what I mean? I don't think Ashlee was as bad as her, but you know, they still hung out, guys. So it wouldn't surprise me. Everything is staged. Every time you see these women, they have tons of makeup on. They make sure that they have all of these clothes and just trying to show that, oh, I'm living in luxury. Look at me. Here I am. And the perfect cherry on top is at least what she thought would be, hey, here's my white zaddy, and let's put that cherry on top and let's make this thing whatever it is. So it is what it is.
Right? Now, as far as Joe McCann being broke or not, I mean, that's still up in the air. We don't know for a fact. His ex-wife is coming out saying that he is broke. Now, it's not a stretch of the imagination that a trader, that a person dealing in crypto can go broke. Like, that's not a stretch of the imagination. People with a lot of money go broke all the time, because just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you don't owe a lot of people or whatever, right? I really don't care at the end of the day whether he's broke or not. But for the sake of this video, I will say that we keep seeing this over and over again. You know, whether he's broke or not, we keep seeing it over and over again where these swirlers or these divestors, it ends up coming out that they're funding the lifestyle.
I mean, when you watch the video with the other chick, I forgot her name already, they showed her with the other white zaddy guys, all you had to do is just sit back and wait. And eventually she was going to expose herself. Like you said, she got twisted, she got drunk, she had a little too much sake, her cup was filled to the brim, and she began to just spew all of this stuff on social media and expose this and expose that. But she really exposed herself is what she did. She went out trying to expose this guy, and she ended up making herself look like a hypocrite, making herself look bad. She never struck me as a very nice person anyway. If you go back and watch her content, guys, and stuff they're doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff online. I think there's OnlyFans involved in all this, man. It's crazy work.
They're paying for everything, right? You saw that with Queen of Kings that I played for you earlier. But here's the thing. My question is this. Are they that desperate for a victory, right? Because the entire concept of swirling and divesting is they're trying to prove to the world something definitive. They're trying to prove that black men are just not suitable to be husbands, mates, whatever, right? And they're trying to show us that when they divest away from Blackistan, as they put it, and they get with a Brad, William Cartwright, you know, everything's going to be better, and they're going to be taken care of, and they're going to live a soft life, and they're not going to have to lift a finger. Right? They're trying to prove this definitively. So when they get into these relationships with these guys and they realize that the grass isn't greener on the other side and everything that glitters isn't gold, they would have to admit that maybe the issue is not your choice in men as far as their racial backgrounds. Maybe the issue is you. Maybe when you're on this side of the fence, you're picking dudes that are losers, but they're comfortable with showing you that they're losers. But then when you jump the fence, you're still picking losers. They're just better at hiding the fact that they're losers.
Listen, you tend to attract what you are, okay? If you are a scumbag, if you are not a very good person, you're going to tend to attract that to you, even your circumstances for a lot of the time, right? If you're just doing bad, that's what you're going to attract. It is what it is. She strikes me as, I'm talking about both of these women, but they strike me as when you jump into stuff, right? And you don't think things through, you just want what you want. You throw caution to the wind. These are the results that you get. These are the results that you get. And you have to keep up a facade, right? You have to continue to keep that veil up and have everybody else on the outside looking in, completely snowed, until something tragic happens. And then when that veil is lifted, all kinds of things start to be exposed, right? Just like when the other chick got drunk and she started exposing her husband or her white zaddy, these things came out. Same thing for Ashlee, guys. All right. And I believe more things will come out as time progresses. Now, me personally, I think that this guy, Joe, did the killing. All right. But I don't think he did it alone. I think there were some other culprits involved here. OK, somebody out there, I think, had a hand in it as well. He just went there too many times. He frequented that area. He knew a lot of people there. And I think some chess pieces were moved around. OK, and I think, to be honest, the sad part is I don't think this guy's going to do any time, guys. I don't.
Shit, my nigga, please.
I think they're going to go down. They're going to, quote unquote, investigate and to appease the masses, so to speak. And I don't think this guy is going to go to jail. I've searched, I've been looking, I've been staying on top of this case. And for the most part, everybody's saying some of the same stuff. Nothing new, no new real update has come up yet. This is going to drag out for a while. They still have to fly over there. That's going to take time and do all that. But at the end of the day, I think that it's going to be unsolvable. And only because it's not happening in the States. I believe in the States, it might be a little different. But out here, guys, I don't think so. Now, word has it that Cardi B is supposed to be paying for the funeral. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Cardi B is out here and she's saying she's going to pay for it. Now, I feel some type of way about this. It's a slippery slope because Cardi B is the type of female that, you know, I have some disdain for. All right, because she's one of the ones that is out here living these crazy, this abomination of a life. OK, getting pregnant by other men who have babies, multiple babies on the way, still married, like all of these things, guys, and making everybody think that it's cool and that is OK to live that type of lifestyle. And kids are very impressionable. Young people are very impressionable. And this is the stuff that I talk about when I jump on these platforms, guys. That's how I feel about a lot of this culture and not just black women, just culture for young women, period. Culture for women in general, right? They're all doing it. They're all getting these BBLs. They're all getting these breast implants. They're all trying to be gold diggers. They're all doing all these things. And it's not a good look for our children, for our daughters. It's not. So say what you want to say. I'm never moving from that. I'm always going to stand on that.
Because I'm here to tell you right now, there's no difference in men, as far as dating and mating goes. There's no difference between the races. There are good men on both sides. There are bad men on both sides, whether they're white or black.
Facts.
And at some point, these swirlers are going to have to realize that who you pick is a reflection of you. They don't seem to understand this, right? But they're so desperate to prove that it's not them, to prove that they're still going to get a victory, to prove that they're not taking an L, that when they get with these guys and they find out that they're not who they claim to be, they're willing to pay for everything. They're willing to pay for the lifestyle to keep up the facade.
It was never going to work between Ashlee and this guy, Joe. I don't think it was going to last, guys, because her true instincts were eventually going to come to the light. Okay, eventually she was going to get complacent, like a lot of women tend to do, regardless. But I think that was going to happen and she was going to go astray. I just truly believe that. Same thing with this other couple here. That's going to end bad. That's going to end bad. That woman is going to be a single mom at some point. All right. She has him whipped right now. Okay. Because of the box. That's what I've seen from the past videos that I've seen and I saw. And eventually that's going to run out. If I was her, I would slow my roll. Because I would not be surprised, like I said before, if something happened, another one of these drunk exchanges, right? She's had a little too much to drink. She starts going off, right? And he snaps, okay? And something happens. Don't put that past anybody. Just don't. And if nothing else proves it, this Ashley Janae case should should prove it.
He's right, you know.
To keep the lie alive, just so they can continue to push their narrative, right? And by the way, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but from what I understand, Ashley Janae actually was a follower of Shira 7.
I heard about this person, and just do your research and you'll understand what I'm talking about.
I found that to be really interesting as well. But this is really interesting because this keeps happening over and over again. Every time we see one of these swirlers, divestors, whatever you want to call them, coming to the internet, portraying their relationship as the perfect relationship. In other words, look, I left Tyrone, now I'm with Brad and everything is perfect and I'm in heaven. And then we find out that the guy isn't really what he said he was. You look at the Queen of Kings thing, and we found out that he didn't really have bread like that, and she was paying for everything.
Think about the name, Queen of Kings. That should tell you all you need to know right there. It really should.
There was even instances where she was accusing him of being abusive. Now, I don't believe that. You feel what I'm saying? Because I saw the videos. He didn't seem or appear to be the type of guy. But who knows? I could be wrong, right? And then you have this guy, Joe McCann, who, you know, allegedly, everybody is saying that allegedly he's the one that did XYZ. I'm saying allegedly too, right? Because there's too many things that point to it. But we see this over and over again. And the only question is, what is it going to take for y'all to finally learn that it has nothing to do with race?
Yeah, I'm telling you it doesn't. I'm going to end it right there, guys. I want to thank everybody for checking out the video. If you like the content, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button because I drop content every single day on this channel. By the way, I just want to say thank you very much to everybody who subscribed, guys, to the channel recently. My couple last videos that I've did. I really appreciate it, guys. I humbly really mean that. And I'm going to keep putting content out every single day. So with that being said, I will see you all in the next video.